And we're live. Hi there, guys. I'm Jay Angel. Welcome to the Let's Talk Fishing video podcast. You know, I had a fantastic weekend, folks. I went to the Responsible Anglers United second annual fundraiser. We had about 400 people there. I want to show you guys a picture of this. Remember, this is our second event. And that picture, if you scroll around, we had at least 400 people there. It was standing room only. They had pastelaya, jambalaya, and and they even had a booth of raw oysters. I had never eaten a raw oyster before. You guys who know me know I'm from Chicago. We don't eat raw oysters up there. We're scared of them. We're scared as soon as you put that in your mouth, you're gonna die of some kind of disease, or food poisoning or something. But so I ate one. It was really salty, and it wasn't that bad. I really, really, really had a good time. In fact, it's a great segue into introducing my guest, Gary Borne Jr. from Thin Line Fishing League, was there, and I got to talk to him at length. I talked to him for at least an hour, and he he told me about this tournament right here. Why don't you discuss that, Gary? How you doing tonight, Gary?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm
Glad that
doing
cold weather's gone.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic, man. But I'm from the north. I know how to dress for it. And I just don't like sleeping in the cold. Being outside in the
Right.
cold, deer hunting, pheasant hunting, goose hunting, walleye fishing. Man, that's what I remember. Steelhead
Right.
fishing, salmon fishing. It's just cold. Duck hunting, cold weather outdoor recreation was always my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing well. I enjoyed the banquet. Last year was supposed to go, but I had knee surgery.
Yes.
Shattered my leg a couple of years ago and kind of messed up that whole leg.
God,
And
I
I
hate it.
missed it. This year I got to go and I was very excited. Met a bunch of people. We sat at the table and, well, we stood up at the table most of the night.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
but we sat down to eat. Great food. I'm originally from down there, so the food was perfect for me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Those guys know how to cook, don't they?
oh yeah, that's why we not skinny.
Yep.
We know
Exactly.
how to cook, and we greedy. Call that good mom from down the bottom.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, thin line is in its second year, the same as RAU. So last year we did 13 tournaments for thin
Wow.
line.
That's a
This
lot.
year, and look, that's a lot. I thought, well, once a month, that's nothing. Well, when you gotta help put it together, and you gotta go there, and you gotta be there to weigh in, you gotta put up, tear down,
And,
all
and
of
that's
that
just
stuff.
and that's the easy part, man. On getting all the permitting, and
Yeah,
and then trying to find
locations.
it.
You
Oh,
gotta get locations. You gotta, permit. Like you said, permits. Like state parks. When you go to state parks, you gotta get permits, and you gotta be 2 3 months advance just
yes.
to get that time frame, that slot. So this year, we decided we're only gonna do like 7 or 8 tournaments. We're gonna skip the hot months in the middle and the cold months at the end because that's the hardest part for the fish anyway. Take them out of that deep water and they tend to not do well. But so this tournament right here, Thin Lines presenting Fishing for Heroes, along with Behind the Line, which is a first responder nonprofit that we work with, and also the Fallen Outdoor, which is around Ruston, Monroe area. Behind the Line is in Baton Rouge. And the Fallen is veteran nonprofit. We work with them too to provide resources for veterans, free resources for veterans and first responders. So this tournament right here is a entry free for any veteran or first responder, whether you're active, you're a veteran, you're retired. It doesn't matter. If
Okay.
you're a veteran, if
I'd
you're a
like
first responder, go ahead.
I'd like to clarify something here because most of this stuff is just for disabled veterans. This is not just for disabled veterans, correct?
No, this is for any veteran or for any first responder,
Thank God.
active or retired. Um,
Well,
because
veteran, you
not
just
just
who who got honorably discharged from the United States military, correct?
yeah, you have to be honorably discharged, honorably or under honorable discharge. That's the only way you can be a veteran.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because when you
Because if
said
you discharge in something
I
else, you can't get a veteran status.
yes, I have
But
veteran
anyway,
status. But
yeah.
guys, just so
So
you know, I will be at this. I'm already gonna be looking for lodging.
yeah, so lodging's gonna be a key, and I'm gonna put this. This will be on our Facebook page on Thin Line Fishing League LLC page, um, and I'm gonna update it in March. And in March, that's gonna have the rest of the information as far as local lodging and where the exact launch is gonna be. We know it's gonna be on Toledo Bend. We're just gonna try to find that perfect launch because I have to go through all where everybody has a tournament on Toledo Bend all the time. So I'm
Yes,
going to try to not interfere with nobody else. So it's a fun day for our veterans and our first responders and our community that comes out to support.
sure. So what you're gonna do, you're going to pair a veteran with a boater,
Right. I'm
and
going to, so,
is the
so it,
boater able to help the veteran? Take him to a good fishing spots, or
I would hope so, Jay. I would hope that would be the camaraderie that's going on. That that person
okay.
is going to want to.
The reason I'm asking that is because like most of the tournaments I've been to, and I've been an official at like geez, I don't remember what I wasn't allowed to to help the pro at all.
Oh yeah, that was just like Bass Nation. When you're a co-angler, you can't go to the front of the boat, and that's an emergency. You can't help them. You can't net it. You can't do anything. But no, this is an experience for that veteran, and not only the veteran, because if he's with a civilian, it's a good time to share stories and you know what goes on. Maybe that veteran is interested in what that civilian does. Maybe he's like a I don't know electrical engineer or something. And he's like fascinated with that stuff. They have good conversation. We also uh possible gonna have a couple of college kids from LSU and Southeastern going to be there to bring veterans fishing, which I'm really excited for because that young kid will get that
Like
experience. Like what?
like Levi Thibodeau.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know
That
if
would be
Levi's doing it. I wish he would.
yeah, that would be
I
nice.
wish he would come.
He goes to Shreveport.
Yeah.
That would
Um,
be. And also, you're gonna have food afterwards, aren't you?
yes. Well, so there's going to be during the tournament, people going to come and we're going to do a anything over rice cook off. Right. So you bring whatever
Oh,
you want to cook. You bring whatever you want to cook. You throw it. You cook it how you want it. If it goes over rice, you cook it. And the judges are going to say, okay, this person wins. Well, that person gets a free trip with me anywhere in Louisiana, saltwater or freshwater.
wow,
It doesn't matter.
wow.
Yeah,
That's something else, man. I
we're
love
gonna
that.
we're gonna do. We're gonna have door prizes. We're gonna have auction items. We're gonna have
So,
half and
guys,
half raffle.
half and half raffles, auction items. Wow, I want to put this in perspective for the veterans here who are listening. This is a fishing trip with an experienced guy in his boat on Toledo Bend. If you were to take a guide out, you'd be paying anywhere between $500 and $1,200 for that trip, just for the trip. Then afterwards, you're going to be ravenously hungry. You're going to have to go out to eat, and
Yes.
that's going to cost you money too. So this is like an all-inclusive vacation. In fact, I was telling my wife today, I am as excited about this as going to the ICAST. Because they have the ICAST Cup where you get to go out with an MLF pro. That's on Toho, but that's in July, man. I would much rather fish Toledo Bend in May than Toho in July.
Yeah,
It's
July's
going to be
hot.
110 degrees in Orlando, and this is and they're not going to feed you afterwards.
Right.
You know, I man, I have to bring food on the water with me, or else I get headaches. But then I can do all this for the price of a couple nights lodging. Guys, sign up, and also for you guys who are boaters, man, come. You're going to have fun because if you're in my boat, you're going to, dude, fish.
Yeah.
Please, I'm going to be watching you fish as much as you're watching me
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
The boater can fish all he wants.
yeah,
Uh, there's no restriction on what that team can do. It's gonna be a 5 fish limit, just like a regular tournament. But the when you come in with your boat, uh, be expecting. We need proof of insurance on your boat, and we need a boater safety course. We have to have that since everything that's been going on with I'm just gonna name out the big one is Smith Lake.
yeah.
You know,
That was horrible, huh?
everybody and their affiliate is getting sued right now. And look, I don't blame the families of the people that were taken advantage of. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say no other words. But
Yeah, yeah.
anyway, we have to have insurance on the boat, and we have to have a boater safety
Well,
just for
that's
the
just the time.
CYA.
That's just the times we live in, man.
Yeah,
It's business, and it's
we're going to sign. We're going to do. Everybody's going to do a media release. That way, we can use pictures and photos and videos and everything of the weigh-in. And I'm gonna I'm gonna go out on the water that day. I may have somebody with me, and I'm gonna take videos and pictures of everybody fishing as much as I can.
oh
Because I
yeah,
mean,
man.
Toledo Bend's only 180 something thousand acres, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be able to find
it'd be
everybody.
easy to find the dudes. Yeah.
But yeah. So Thin Line is doing this. Me and Elijah decided this year
Elijah
we need to do
Valley, huh?
something. We need to do something for our veterans and our first responders, and this is what we're doing. Uh, we've already donated $1,000 for payouts so far. I am
Awesome.
gonna be I'm gonna be doing a spaghetti plate lunch type of deal next month.
You know,
Proceeds are gonna go to payouts also.
you
Not
know what
all of it, but
my payout for coming is just the experience being able to fish on Toledo Bend, because you know where I live, and you know that there's not many bass around here. To fish in a place where there are 10-pound bass, and every time you cast, you have
it's a possibility.
you have a chance, a better chance than any other
Right.
place I've ever fished to catch a double
Yeah.
digit. So that's man,
And it's gonna be a good month because they're gonna be hungry.
if yeah, if I get yeah, they'll be getting off their beds then, won't they? Some of them, some of them.
Because the best part of that lake spawns late, which is the south end by the dam, and that's where like a lot of giants live. So they're going to be coming off the beds and they'll be hungry. So I'm not going to say it's going to be easy,
No,
but it's going to have a better chance of collecting a bigger fish than normal.
there.
But anyway, Thin Line, like I said, Thin Line's second year inception here. Um, our mission at Thin Line is to provide free resources for veterans and first responders, whether it be paying a water bill or, God forbid, paying a funeral for somebody that just committed suicide.
Ooh,
Uh, that
ooh,
that 22 a day, it's not
22 a
even
day.
close to what it's not even close anymore to what it is. That's back in 2008, 22 a day. Just to give you a perspective on that, in 2017, 5% of all suicides in the United States was first responders.
I can tell
5%. So, with your 22 plus a day veterans and your 5% of first responders, how many of our hometown heroes is what I'm going to call them. Hometown heroes. How many are we losing? Louisiana loses three a week.
Too many.
Three a week.
Too many. That's all I got to say about that. Too
One
many.
one is too many. So
Yes.
it
Exactly.
so thin line fishing league. That's our mission. We appreciate all our sponsors. Uh, I wish I'd have wrote them all down because I can't remember. Veterans United, Lowe's, David Silvers. I mean, I can pull up my phone and look at a picture, but oh goodness. Let's see. YOLO Tech, SRD 20, Happy Days Gifts, V&M Baits, Fish Lung, um, just a few, Edison West, Offshore, Big Giant Oil Company,
Yeah,
Offshore
I
Oil
know
Company.
Edison West.
So our two sponsors, the Fallen Outdoor, which is like I said, our veteran nonprofit, and then Behind the Line, which is our first responder nonprofit. They're doing a. Y'all excuse my grandson. He's back there on the tablet. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he makes me go crazy every once in a while. But he's 5. Bryson, keep it down, okay? I know, but I'm on the phone, okay? Love you. So anyway, I appreciate all of our sponsors helping us out. We can't do this. Me and Elijah have a lot of. I'm not gonna say a lot of money because it's your perspective on what's a lot. To us, it's a lot of money we've given up, and but the time spent, every second spent is worth it because last year we helped 4 veterans. Um, Not getting into the specifics, but we put 4 veterans back on their feet. Uh, and this year we're hoping to do more. We're actually going fish out of state a couple of times so we can promote our business. We're going to go to Lake Park. We're going to go to Sam Rayburn, and we're going to go to Lake Gunnersville to promote thin line, and hoping to get maybe somebody that wants to start a thin line chapter in one of those states.
Hey,
The more, the more.
we have a comment here from the that's Rick Bailey. He just checked in. How you doing, Rick? But I'm sorry I interrupted you. I just wanted to tell
No,
people.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So where are your tournaments going to be for thin line this year?
So thin line is going to be. We're starting on February 21st, Black Bayou, Austin, right about 25 miles north of Shreveport.
Okay.
Good little lake, double digits in there for a little lake that's not much different than Chico.
Okay.
Uh, it's a little different trees, but it's basically set up the same. Fish can hide anywhere over there. March, we're gonna do March 21st. We're doing Toledo Bend,
Okay.
right in the prime of pre-spawn and spawn.
Nice.
Uh,
You should come and fish
April,
the
we're gonna
same thing. Yeah.
April, April, we're gonna be in a better spot. If there's a better place than Toledo Bend, try Caney Creek.
Caney Creek. Okay.
Yeah, in April. May 2nd, we're gonna have this benefit tournament. May 30th, we're gonna be on Caddo.
Ooh.
Yep,
Nice.
Caddo's a great place.
Looks like
Then,
you're following north, huh?
huh?
Looks like you're following
Oh
the
yeah,
spawn.
well, it didn't happen like that on purpose. I promise you. We
I
we
guarantee.
so June's gonna be our last one for the summer. It's gonna be on Chico because
Ooh, nice.
Chico got a lot of trees you can hide in the shade.
You know,
So we
I'd like to
plan that one for Chico.
I know I've said this before, but now I'm much more mobile than I was back then.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to come there when you all are practicing and maybe jump in a guy's boat. Maybe,
Sure, I'll be
that would be
practicing there all week because I live an hour from Chico.
okay.
I'm
I
gonna
think
be
I live
there. I'm gonna be there every day.
I'm probably 2 hours, maybe. Yeah, about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's, I go
Um,
down the coast every weekend this time of the year. So yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
almost.
after June, we skipping July, August, and September. We skipping those 3 hot months with the hurricanes. And then October 3rd is going to be Grand Bayou, right there next to what is it? Coshada Resort? Is it? Is it Coshada? No, it's not Coshada. It's yeah, it is Coshada.
So that's over by Kinder.
No, you're right. So Coshada's over there. What's the one north of Alexandria?
Boy, I don't
What's
know. I
that
don't know
resort?
that. I don't know that area very well, but it's north of Alexandria.
Yeah,
That's good.
anyway, yeah, it's right north of Alexandria. We're gonna do Grand Bayou. Um, but I think it's Grand Bayou Resort is the name of it. And then October 17th, Sam Rayburn. We're going out of state. First
Ooh,
time for
nice.
Thin Line for in our tournament series anyway. Uh, we're going to Sam Rayburn in October 17th. And then that's it. And then what we're gonna do is uh top 5 teams from every tournament is gonna add up their points, and the top 20 is gonna fish our state championship on Toledo Bend in March or April of next year. So instead
Okay.
of having like we did this past year, we had our championship in November. I didn't like it. I don't like it. The weather's too crazy in November over here.
Okay.
So we decided that you're gonna finish in October. Then you're gonna start the next season, kind of like MLF does with Redcrest. So you're gonna start the next season, and then you're gonna have 2 tournaments in either March or April. One's gonna be a regular 27 tournament, and then you're gonna have the 26 championship.
Nice. Nice. So let's talk a little bit about fishing. So May
Oh,
is Toledo
let's
Bend. What would be
May and
your
Toledo man.
what would be your go-to? What's your confidence lure?
So May Toledo Bend, I would fish. I'm gonna fish a frog because the kids coming off the bed. They're gonna have fry garters on the shallow water in the grass. I'm gonna fish a definitely gonna fish a chatterbait.
Okay,
Uh,
chatterbaits.
because right after the spawn, if it's after the spawn, but it should be, you should have a shad spawn going on. So I'm gonna fish a V&M chatterbait and for a spawn, and then I'll put on maybe a little 6 to 8 foot diving crankbait, and I'm gonna pull that around the rocks, around wherever I can find some rocks. But
One of
in
the
May,
things.
you can fish anywhere in May. You can fish off of points. You can fish the grass. You can fish them spawning because they're still spawning. They're not all of them. They don't all spawn at the same time.
That's why I
So
say spawn. The spawn. They're
so
they're coming. They're
so
going, and some of them are staying.
right. So the other night you asked Zane. I love Zane. Zane's always smiling. Uh, forget his last name, but he's the
LeBlanc.
head biologist. Yeah, LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
So so you asked him how many times do bass spawn? They spawn whenever the temperature is right in the water and the moon every time. So it
Yes.
don't have to be. It don't have to be in March and in because last year we had some in February, March, and April and May, and in October and November we caught some spawning fish.
We that doesn't happen up north, and that's why I asked that
Well,
because that blows my
because
mind.
it's because the water down here doesn't get as cold as up there.
Of
Up
course.
there, you got 6 months of or 4 months of ice, right? That
Yep.
water
Oh,
never
yeah.
gets to
Yeah.
that high 50s and low 60s where it needs to be for them to spawn. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think it's like mid 50s to mid 60s is the perfect water temperature for them. And I may be wrong. Don't take that number exact, but I think that's what it is. And then you're gonna have to have the moon, and if the water's clear, right? So if the water's clear, the sun can penetrate that water much better, and they can spawn in 20 foot of water if that water
Yes,
gets up to the 50s and 60s. But yeah, I mean, I spinner bait, chatterbait, Carolina rig, it don't matter. In May, it don't matter. You just find them what they're doing. If they coming, like you said, if they're coming or staying or going, and you fish them
yes.
appropriately. It's like whatever you feel confident in catching a fish in May. That's the time to fish anything you want.
I know up north I would catch a lot of fish in the shallowest water I could find with weeds in it after
Right,
the spawn because the big girls were back there just gobbling up those bluegills.
right.
And I would just go back there with a small little weightless wacky worm,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Nice
caught
and
some
quiet.
amazing fish.
Yeah. So bass spawned, then the shad spawned, then the bluegill spawned. And then the
Yes,
shad spawn, and then the bluegill spawn, and then the shad spawn, and the bluegill. The shad and the bluegill spawn all year long.
they
So
take turns. Yeah,
I learned something today on about how shell beds are made. So shell beds are made by that whatever it is that lives in that shell, clam or whatever it is. When fish are eating, they attach themselves to the fish inside the fish's mouth or on the gills, and they stay on there till they can go on by themselves, and they fall off. And where they fall off, they start a shell bed. So the bigger the shell bed you find, the more fish is going to be there because this is what happens. Clams and everything, they filter the water. The the uh the shad spawn on the shells because it's a hard spot, and they
sure.
eat whatever the clams are letting go, the debris or the they defecate or whatever you call it. The shad are eating that. So then the bass come eat the shad, and then the shell gets on the bass and it moves to another spot. So the bass are there for the shad are there for the clams are there for the fish. Learned that
Man,
today.
that sounds like a great lesson in ecology right there, man. That's a
And
great lesson.
it was somebody that's been in bass fishing for 40 years that said that today. I was watching it on a thing I was studying.
Do you have any
Try,
shout
I
outs
try to
you
get
want to
that.
do,
Oh,
or would
shout
you?
out to my partner Elijah who helps me. He lives in Manny, and we 3 hours and 45 minutes away, but we get it done. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out, like I said, shout out to all my sponsors. Without our sponsors, we can't do this.
Oh no, you
Without the
can't.
community, without the community coming there and fish with us, it would be hard. So we don't charge a lot, guys. It's going to be $100 a boat, a donation when you come to this tournament right here. $50 is going to the nonprofit. $50 is going to the payouts for these veterans of first responders.
So, but
Our
it's free
regular
for
tournament
veterans, correct?
free for veterans of first responders. You just show up.
Okay.
You please, if you want to come, send me a message on Thin Line Fishing League Facebook. Let me know. Say, hey, look, I'm coming. That helps me prepare on how many boats I need, right? Because if I get, let's just say I get 60 people come with boats, and then 200 veterans and first responders showed up, I'm
Eesh.
gonna be in a bind,
Yeah.
you know. So I really need if you're gonna be coming, um, if you want my phone number, I'll give you my phone number if y'all watching. It's 337-230-2644. If you don't feel like leaving a message on Thin Line Fishing League Facebook, call me. Send me a text. Say, hey, I'm coming. My name is this. I'm a veteran, I'm a first responder or whatever. I got a boat, I want to bring some people fishing. Let me know. I can start writing all this down, and we can make this a good time.
Yeah.
We're trying to get live music for after the weigh-in. I can't say any names because nothing's certain yet, but it's going to be a good time. If we don't get live entertainment, uh, one of the guys that's helping me with this, with behind the line, he's a DJ, so we have music no matter what. Uh,
That sounds like a great time, man. A whole day of fishing
Thin
out on the
line,
Bass Lakes.
yeah. So Thin Line Fishing League, right? Our regular tournaments. It's open to the public. It's not just veterans and first responders. It's open to everybody because without the if it's just veterans and first responders helping each other, it's going to be like it's been all the time. But if the community comes in there and wants to fish too, then we're not going to deny them fishing because they helping us with our mission. It's guys, it's only $140 to fish our tournament for regular season. $140 a tournament plus $20 if you want to get into optional big bass. That's a side pocket. Side pocket. That's whoever puts in is if it's 10 people and they put $20 in, that's $200. Whoever wins it wins everything, 100%. We don't keep nothing. We pay out 90% of the pay of the entry fees gets paid out back out to these anglers. We take $5, which go $5 per entry fee goes to our nonprofit, and then $5 per entry fee goes to angler or team of the year at the end of the year. So what
Okay.
you think, Jake?
I
You
think,
think it's gonna be fun?
I think, you said send you a message. Hey, Gary, I'm going to be there.
Okay, I got it.
I know I've told you that like 6 times now. I'm just excited. Guys, I couldn't be more excited about this. Think about everything you get as a veteran. Now, I can't talk for first responders. I'm not one, but you get to
Yeah,
go there. You get to fish with a guy who has experience. You get to fish in his boat, and you're going to go around and you're going to work as a team and catch fish all day long in a lake that has a good population of bass in it and
yeah.
some real freaking trophies,
And
giants.
Jay, you know what? It don't have to be just a civilian bringing a veteran. If you're a veteran or a first responder and you have a boat and you want to do this for a veteran or a first responder, you can do it. If you come with your boat, it's going to be $100 donation because we have to pay these guys. We got to take care of these guys, and I'm going to take care of everybody because they have more food than everybody can eat.
Yeah.
I'm not charging. I'm not charging for any food there. The only thing I'm going to charge for is drinks. That's it. The food is free.
Well, that's just awesome, Gary. That's just awesome. You know, Gary, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for coming and talking to our listeners
No,
here on the
I thank you for helping me let the people know about this, man. It's
Well,
important.
we're going to do this again before the May 2nd,
Okay.
and we're going to try to get more people here. And guys, we need boaters, we need non-boaters, and if like Gary brought up a great point, if you're a veteran, go ahead and bring your boat and just help another veteran out. That's what we veterans do anyways. That's what we were taught in the service that, the mission is
Hmm.
more important than the individual and the collective is more important than anything. That's the team. It's the team, guys. Remember your military training.
All
It's
right.
the team that's
You
more
can
important than you
you
are.
can
So
talk trash between each other, but
yeah,
you don't let
we always
nobody
did.
talk trash about nobody.
When I was in the military, I was always talking trash, man.
All right.
You're freaking 20 years old. I didn't know how to do anything else.
Oh God, I wish I was 20 years old, G.
Yeah. I
I
was
was
so
30,
stupid
I
when I
was
was
39 when I went in.
Oh, you were? Okay, I was 20 and I was old.
Yeah.
Actually, I
I
was
was
21 because I was a really popular guy in tech school because I could buy beer. You know,
yeah, right. You was the guy. I was Papa G.
you were
Everybody came to me for everything.
you were older than the colonel.
I was older than every drill sergeant there.
You were older than the commander, man.
Uh, we had fun.
I know those guys in the Air Force. They were like 36 years old, and they looked old, man. They look older than I look now, and I'm 57.
Right, they were rough, huh?
Doing drinking every day and smoking 2 packs of cigarettes. Ugh, I can't breathe.
Right.
Well, hey, man, that's about all that we have for this edition of the Let's Talk Fishing podcast. Guys, man, I am so excited. This is going to be one of the best weekends for speckled trout.
Oh
As
yeah.
far as I'm concerned, the stars are lining up, guys. It's time to get out there. It's time to get out there. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. Whew, it gets me excited. Now I'm all tired out. But thank you, Gary. I had a great time talking to you. And stick around after I end the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into another edition. It's a very important edition. And also, once again, man, I'd like to have a huge shout out to everybody who helped out with the Responsible Anglers United. I can't wait to see how much money we made.
Right. I
Wow.
was just thinking that.
And how many bass are going to be stocked? Wow. On top of the 32,000 we already stocked. You know, somebody was saying if 10% might not live, but even if 1% live.
Yeah. So I have one question on that before we go.
Sure.
Is it a new location or is it going to be still the Lake Buff?
It's still going to be Lake Buff.
Okay. Till they.
We can talk after, Gary.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Guys, I got to end the show now. Thank you so much for tuning in.